Hello, everyone, and welcome in this new episode of Pharmacist 1% podcast. I'm very happy to be here with Dr. Sorin Tamas, that is a pharmacist in Ireland, and it will be very interesting being with you today because we will talk about people. People are the most important asset in the companies like pharmacies as well. And Sorin is a pharmacist that he owns its own company that recruits pharmacists from Europe and abroad as well, and other countries as well, into Ireland. And of course, he's a pharmacist, very experienced pharmacist, and he can provide a lot of important thoughts. So welcome, Sorin, and welcome in this new podcast. How are you, Sorin?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here and to share with everyone who's following you useful information. So hopefully their time will be worth it to join us.
Thanks to you, Sorin. I introduced you, but I think that it's better if we go deep in that. So the first question that I would ask you is about how did you start working in Ireland? So what's your background? How did you start to recruit other pharmacists into Ireland? You know, having like a generic introduction about yourself.
Sure, of course. So I came to Ireland 5 years ago, and I'm Romanian, so I came from Romania. I was supervising pharmacist in Romania for 10 years, and then I decided it's time for a change. So I only speak English, so it had to be an English-speaking country. So I was choosing between UK or Ireland, and I chose Ireland, and I'm glad I did. And when I came here, pharmacy is done almost totally different from any other country in Europe, in Ireland. So my adaptation was a bit hard. So the first 3 months were giving me a bit of a headache with wrapping my head around the way they do pharmacy here. And I couldn't find anything online. I couldn't find anything to where materials to learn from. So I kind of learned the hard way. I kept hearing this phrase, "You're being thrown in the deep end, and you need to learn to swim." So once I got on my feet, I became a supervising pharmacist here, and there was a big crisis of pharmacists. Like there were not enough pharmacists, and everybody was asking for pharmacists. So um, I saw an opportunity, and I said I could help a lot of pharmacists. I could teach them while they're registering with the Pharmaceutical Society of Ireland. It takes around 3 to 5 months to register. So in those months, I provide them with free training, and I recruited them for Irish community pharmacies, and um, I was able to help a lot of people. And it brings me fulfillment because the pharmacy owner is happy because the pharmacist arrives here with training, so it doesn't have to start from scratch. The pharmacist is happy because his adaptation is way easier because of the training I provide them. So that's why I decided to open my own company. It's called Comic Recruitment because I went through the process the hard way, and by sharing my knowledge, I could make the whole process easier for those who came to Ireland through my company. So that's my background over there.
Great, great, very interesting. As a pharmacist myself, I read, you know, about the shortage of pharmacists. You know, pretty much not only you know about Italy, but also about Ireland and other countries. You know, both from Italy and from Romania as well. A lot of pharmacies, you know, go abroad for looking in new opportunities, you know. And the second question, well, it's about this, you know, you manage a lot of pharmacies from a lot of countries, you know. What do you think about this kind of situation where, you know, like Italian or Romanian pharmacies moving into other countries, you know?
Yeah, so it's a global community now. So pharmacists have opportunities in other countries as well. So it's no longer a competition between, say, all the pharmacists in Italy fighting for pharmacists to retain the best talent. They have to fight against pharmacies that would like to recruit pharmacists from Italy, say from the UK or from Ireland, and they could afford higher salaries. So that would mean that pharmacies in Italy would have to step up with wages, and it's all this competition has gone global now. Um, I have pharmacists literally from all over the world um, that are trying to come to Ireland. Once news got out that there's a shortage of pharmacists in Ireland, I have a lot of applications. Like I have 756, I believe, pharmacists in a WhatsApp group, and they're all training and doing their exams and trying to register with the Pharmaceutical Society of Ireland. I have a lot of European ones. I have a lot of Italian pharmacists. I have Portuguese. I have Polish, Romanian, Hungarian. I think there's no country that's left that I haven't seen pharmacists trying to come here. And I think it's the times we live in. The times offer a lot of flexibility, a lot of opportunities that were not there in the past. So I think pharmacists are trying to make their life, by design, so they can design their life the way they want to. And I think an English-speaking country like Ireland is very appealing to them. But I see that in a lot of countries that they're struggling to find talent and to retain talent, because it's hard to retain it just because of all the opportunities that are around. For example, in Ireland, the pharmaceutical industry is very strong. So community pharmacies are trying to retain talent to keep them from going from the community pharmacy to industry. So, I just think in the times we live in, we have the most opportunities that have ever been available to pharmacists or any other profession for that matter.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I completely agree with this because maybe back then there were no opportunities like this, and it was easier to retain a pharmacist in their own pharmacies. Now you don't have to compete with other pharmacies, but you have to compete with pharmacies abroad in other countries, because it's so much easy to get in touch with, as an example, with your own company, as an example, because you start to get in touch with the other pharmacists, even when they are in their own country, right? You start to get in touch with them, you start talking, you start understanding their desire. So yes, I absolutely agree. I don't know if you share the thing that is like when a pharmacist wants to move abroad, it's like a failure both for its own country and both for the entrepreneur that is working for.
There is a shortage of community pharmacists in Ireland. The main factor for the shortage is that Ireland is not training enough pharmacists to suit its needs. The shortage is being addressed in different ways, among which are proposals to create a new school of pharmacy and thus create more college places. But even if that was approved, it would take 6 years to start producing pharmacists. The solution that would produce faster results would be international recruitment. But pharmacy systems are different in every country, and pharmacists need time and training to adapt. That's not a perfect fit for pharmacists or employers. And the perfect fit is the very thing that inspired the founding of Kamik Recruitment. In the Inuit language, Kamik means perfect fit. So here at Kamik Recruitment, we decided to address this shortage by creating our own school of pharmacy. The founder of Kamik Recruitment is a pharmacist practicing in Ireland after relocating from Romania. After going through the relocating process in a classic way, he decided that he would change international recruitment as we know it, by integrating teaching with recruitment. He personally teaches the European pharmacists that decide to practice in Ireland everything they need to know. Kamik Recruitment has launched a campaign called Pharmacists for Ireland, where pharmacists from all over Europe are being recruited and trained in the Irish pharmacy system. Now pharmacists can be trained while they're in the process of registering with the Pharmaceutical Society of Ireland, so by the time they arrive in Ireland, they're confident and empowered to start working. Now that's a perfect fit for pharmacists and employers. Kamik Recruitment, we find the perfect fit for you.